folks, here we are, another rousing edition of Wrestling Rundown predictions. Going into Fastlane. Fastlane? Fastlane?
Fastlane Poffo.
Yeah. Fastlane. The pay-per-view that doesn't really matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lanny Poffo
is not on the show.
No.
If you want to be on the show, Lanny Poffo,
yeah.
Get in contact with us at fanstalkwrestling@gmail.com.
Yeah. All of the information down in the description.
Yeah, you can check us out on Facebook.
Do it.
Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. Now we know how to say it in the outro. So we got going on. Predictions Kane couldn't be here. He's getting ready for a six-man tag match.
Yes, he will. He will indeed be at the show.
So he's not going to be here. Let's get it on. We're going to start with the pre-show.
Yeah, which has some pretty high stakes for being a pre-show match.
Yeah, it's a 2 out of 3 falls match for the United States Championship. We're talking the current champion, Kalisto, defending against the ex-champion, Alberto Del Rio.
Albert.
Honk, Alberto Del Rio.
Albert of the River.
Yeah, which I love it, is because it's the current champion who's going against the former champion who lost it to the current champion and won it back from the current champion who took it from the challenger initially.
In a month and a half, so much has happened between these two.
Yeah. Stuff
and things.
So who are you picking?
I am going with Kalisto. Just because, like I said, the reason he lost it the first time, or won it the first time and only had it for so long, they were testing the waters with him being champion. And I feel like the League of Nations is probably not going to last very much longer. So I think they're probably going to push Del Rio in a much bigger way, possibly for Intercontinental Championship, or maybe even try putting him in the title picture post-Mania. Mm-hmm. So Kalisto is going to be running that U.S. title division for the next couple of months. At least.
And Mr. Wolf?
He is also going for Kalisto.
Well, we're going to tie this up, make it a 3-way Kalisto vote, because I went with Kalisto as well. Mainly just because I like him better than I like Del Rio.
That's true. I like Kalisto.
If Del Rio did more flippy-do shit, I would hope he'd win.
Yeah. But he ain't Lucha Underground anymore.
Yeah, no, thanks to Johnny Mundo. Yeah, that's a thing.
That's the kickoff.
Yeah, so going on to the main card of Fastlane, we're going to have the Cutting Edge Peep Show.
We are
with
indeed.
Guests The New Day.
Yes.
Just out of curiosity, do you have any predictions of what might happen on that?
I am really hoping... Okay, as much as I love The New Day as champions, I'm hoping this leads into an impromptu tag team title match in which the Social Outcasts become tag team champions. I don't care what combination of the Social Outcasts, whether it's the Mongoose and the Werewolf, or it's the
Rad Wolves,
the Rad Wolves, or if it's the
Mad Happy
Mad Happy Connection. I don't care. It could be
Axl Rose.
It could be Axl Rose. It could be the Werewolf and Bo Rida. I don't care. Whatever combination it is, I hope the Social Outcasts walk away as tag team champions.
Does Thomas have any input on this? Or?
He does not. I could.
That's all right.
All right.
I mean, if you want to shoot him a message real quick.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Go ahead and talk about what you think. I'll see if I can get a hold of him.
I do hope it does end up in an impromptu, at least a match. It doesn't have to be for the tag titles.
With what happened on Main Event, I would hope that they kind of lead that into something. Plus, that was the second time that we had an issue between the New Day and the Social Outcasts.
So, I mean, I definitely would hope, if nothing else, to have the Social Outcasts come out and interrupt the New Day and Edge and Christian.
Yeah.
Could very well turn it into the funniest thing we've seen on a WWE live event.
Yeah, it's just so much comedy between the 3 entities that will be there that it'll be nonstop hilarity having all of them work a promo against each other.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a match not necessarily a title match, but I'm thinking because New Day won against the Social Outcasts on the main event. So I'm hoping maybe if the Social Outcasts will beat the New Day, maybe they'll get a title shot down the line, leading to maybe a 4-way tag team championship match at Mania.
Maybe move the 4-way. The 4-way tag match that we had at the pre-show last year, have that actually be on the Mania card this year.
Yeah, something like that.
I would hope so. Last year's was great. That was the first time the New Day was at WrestleMania, along with the Masters and the Usos and the Matadors. They had a fantastic match.
Yeah.
You add in the Usos with this one, whatever combination of the Social Outcasts, and you add in the experience that the Dudley Boys have. I'm all for it. Let's do it. If Thomas gets to us, we will talk about that later in the...
Alright, let's go to the matches that are happening on the main card. Let's throw the 6-man tag out there first. It's not that important. But yeah, we got the Wyatt family being represented by Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Braun Strowman. They're taking on Kane, Ryback, and the Big Show, Team Bald Guys.
Yes.
Balds versus beards.
Even though Kane doesn't really look bald because his mask has hair attached.
It does. Just taking a note that it seems from the graphic that the Wyatts will have Bray in their corner.
More than likely.
Or at the ramp in a rocking chair.
Something.
He'll still Byron's chair for commentary.
Yeah, I kind of want Bray to be on commentary. I think that'd be cool. Maybe... if they're going to do the Sister Abigail thing, maybe, drop hints that she's going to show up at Mania or something, or
that would be cool.
Whenever it's going to happen. I think it would be cool just to have, to constantly have that voice of Bray Wyatt talking when the Wyatts are in action.
Yeah.
And then obviously getting, away from the table when it means something. So.
I'll go first.
All right.
I'm going the Wyatts.
All right.
You guys?
We're going Wyatts.
Oh, wow. I said you guys because prior to going on the filming of this episode, they let me know that their answers are all 100% matching.
Yeah, I got...
And so far, we're 2 for 2 as 3-way.
Yeah. I got Thomas Wolfe's predictions, and reading through his, I'm like, oh my god, he's going for everyone that I'm going for. So it's really just a mystery as to who Kevin Hawk is going for, and whether or not there's going to be any discrepancies between us. So far, 2 for 2. I think this is just building up for an 8-man tag at Mania.
Yeah, I definitely see there being some sort of foul play from Bray Wyatt, and that being the reason why they win.
Yeah.
Alright, next up, we do have another match that really doesn't have much stakes going on. We've got Sasha Banks teaming with Becky Lynch. They're going to take on the 2 remaining members of Team Bad, Tamina and Naomi.
Yes.
In tag match action. Who does Thomas think is going to win that match?
Well, Thomas is going for Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch.
You?
Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch.
Oh, shocker. You guys put the same people again.
Who are you going for?
I'm actually going to go with Naomi and Tamina.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, not just to say that I want to be different from you guys by at least 1 vote.
All right.
But on the other hand, I feel like Sasha and Becky won't be able to hold their cohesiveness together.
You think
We've had 2 different showings now of both of them coming out to help each other, and neither time did it fly over.
But then they did have the reconciliation on SmackDown saying, "Hey, we're not friends, but we need to win on Sunday."
Yeah,
you don't think that's gonna fly?
You can't hold Sasha at her word.
What are you saying? What are you saying about my woman?
I don't know. She's a trap queen. She's ratchet.
No, she's not.
She's ratchet.
No, she's not.
Sasha's ratchet.
No, she's not.
Sasha's ratchet.
No, she's not.
Yeah, I know. I still think even if they do get along, there is going to be some sort of bump in the road between the 2 of them. Miscommunication, miscue, someone hits someone on accident. It's going to lead to their downfall. But it's going to add fuel to the fire for the fact that they will probably, in some capacity, be going against each other at WrestleMania. Be it for the Divas title in a triple threat match or whatever.
That's why I think they're going to win. I think the fact that they're going to win, probably, I'm saying Sasha will get the fall and say that because she won the match, she deserves to go on to WrestleMania and face Charlotte for the championship. But Becky's going to say, well, no, just because you got the fall doesn't automatically put you there. If it wasn't for me helping you, you wouldn't have won the match. So, you know, I have just as much claim as you do. Then we have something that builds up to a potential triple threat.
Yeah. All right. Let's put some championships up in the air.
All right.
And I'm talking about... not those ones.
You didn't specify.
I'm talking about the Intercontinental Championship,
Yes.
which is going to be on the line. Kevin Owens, the new champ as of Monday Night Raw,
Yeah.
versus Dolph Ziggler, a former Intercontinental champion in his own right.
Yeah, a couple of times, I think, actually.
Potentially. Somebody in the comments fact check for us.
Yeah.
So, you guys.
We are going with a retention for Kevin Owens.
Alright, me too.
Simple as that.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna be upset if Dolph Ziggler takes the title, because I like Dolph Ziggler, but I just think there's a lot more that they can bank on in Kevin Owens being champion. I think a lot more people are interested in an Owens title run as opposed to a Dolph Ziggler run.
Yeah. Another championship that's on the line is the Divas Championship, as we were talking about earlier in the quest of WrestleMania.
It is indeed.
We've got Charlotte defending against Brie Bella. What are your opinions?
Retention for Charlotte.
Alright, I'm going to differ again.
Oh.
We're differing in the Divas division. I'm going with Brie Bella.
Okay. But you're not saying she's walking away champion.
It doesn't really matter to me. Doesn't make a difference.
Alright.
No, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. I'm going to say Brie's going to win the match, and I think it's, you know, unfortunately to say it, it's the same thing as Rey Mysterio and whoever else, you know, it's the sympathy vote. They're getting, because of the fact that her sister is injured, her husband just retired, Brie is taking the spotlight. I think she might even potentially end up with a short run as the champion. Charlotte will get it back.
I'm okay with it. I don't mind.
Charlotte will get it back in short order.
Alright. I'm okay with that.
It might even be a nifty thing to see if maybe Daniel Bryan would show up in her corner. Potentially offset Ric Flair.
Alright. That'd be cool.
You never know. Anything could happen in the WWE.
Yeah. And I'm sure Daniel Bryan's not opposed to coming back and standing outside the ring for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If not longer.
And that's going to be a good one.
Yeah. No, I'm really looking forward to Brie actually showing the potential she has.
Yeah, no, she's good. She's good. It's just, you know, Nikki and her boobs hog up the spotlight.
Yep.
We got a tiebreaker match, so to speak.
We do indeed.
This one isn't for title, but it is for pride.
Yes.
We've got Jericho, who is 1-1 with AJ Styles. We got AJ Styles, who's 1-1 with Chris Jericho.
Go figure. Two guys, 1-1.
Against each other. Yeah, Jericho Styles 3 almost didn't happen until Styles slapped the shit out of Jericho.
Punched him in the mouth. I got the match that he wanted. No, I'm so looking forward to this because their first match was good. Their second match was even better, and we got to see it live.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to what they could do in a pay-per-view spot.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Knowing the match quality that both these guys have.
We're going to keep the mystery rolling by having you guys go first again.
Oh, mystery. We are both going for AJ Styles. Just because, not to say that Jericho couldn't walk away with a win, but they are building AJ. They're not building Jericho. And I don't think a win for Jericho means anything at this point. Jericho's there to put over the younger talent. Granted, AJ's not that much younger, but still, he's the one that's going to be continuing on the road with WWE. So AJ Styles taking the lead.
All right, we're going to make it a three-way for AJ Styles then.
Yeah.
So really, it's
three-way with AJ Styles.
Very definitive that besides on the Divas, we're all on the same page.
Yep. Yeah, we are. And that puts us at our main event.
Yeah, there's only one match left that we haven't talked about. and that's a triple threat match. That is brother versus the Beast.
Yes.
We're talking Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Brock Lesnar.
Wow. How many more R's do you want to roll? You want to say triple threat?
I already did. But the winner will go to WrestleMania.
No, WrestleMania.
No, they go to WrestleMania to face Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I was waiting for another R
In the
roll.
main event.
Yeah.
So this is big stakes. It's not a title match, but it's just about as close to a title match as you can get.
Yeah.
Without being one, because the winner gets to be in one.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
it's a main event match for a main event match.
And I really like that. Like, I felt that the entire lead up to this with WWE was going to be so much just Roman Reigns.
I think
Roman
everyone
Reigns,
expected that.
Roman Reigns. But at this point, the way they've booked Raw and SmackDown since the Royal Rumble, I feel like all three men are viable potential winners for this triple threat match. Like, they've not really favored one person more than the other two so much to make it a predictable. If anything, they've really been letting Dean Ambrose be the one highlighted. I feel like it might be a little bit of a shade tactic to throw you off the course of what will actually happen.
Right.
But also, you know, at this point now, the way they've booked it, I'm not going to be shocked if, no matter the outcome. At this point, I feel like they've made a viable case for all three guys. All three guys seem like they could potentially, you know, all three guys have had their beefs with Triple H now.
Yep.
You know, Lesnar keeps like running into Triple H at the end of shows, like meeting towards the ramp, you know, and backstage and whatnot. So it definitely feels like it's a very level playing field.
Yeah, and we've had enough tension between Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose to where there's less of a chance of them teaming up against Lesnar, and more of, hey, no, I want my spot.
Yeah.
You know, they're not gonna play the buddy card this Sunday. I mean, not to say that they won't do it at least once, because Lesnar is a huge threat, and taking him out would obviously heighten their chances. But there's going to be less of a chance just because they've had so many miscommunications over the last couple weeks, with Dean Ambrose accidentally and actually hitting
Or trying to.
Roman Reigns. Yeah, and then Roman Reigns hitting the Samoan drop on SmackDown.
Yeah. So up until now, in my head, I've guessed all the people that you and Thomas have guessed.
Yes.
This is the one that I'm not sure who you guys are voting for.
Okay.
So I want to know. This is the mystery for me.
This is the one that you're not
this,
sure.
This is the one. Like
I want you to guess though.
I guess I'm thinking you guys are pulling for Dean Ambrose.
Yes, we are. Because, you know, it's... For me, mentally, I've been ready for Roman Reigns to win. And I'm not upset about that.
Smart.
You know, Roman Reigns can win. I have no
Spoiler alert, that's who I'm voting for.
Okay.
Is Roman Reigns.
Top
Roman Reigns.
I have no issues with Roman Reigns. I think out of this whole thing, the only one I don't want to win is Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I feel like just for the fact that he is who he is, and WWE really hates trying to book heel versus heel stuff, or at least douchebag versus douchebag.
Yeah.
That I feel like he's the one that stands the less chance of winning out of the
Absolutely.
three. They could market it way better if they had Lesnar going up against somebody else.
Right. And you know, and that's the thing is like, okay, yeah, Brock Lesnar, I don't think has a chance, and he's the I absolutely don't want to see in the championship. I don't think there's anyone. Well, I'm sure there's some people, but I don't think the majority of wrestling fans want to see two part-timers going for the championship in the biggest match of the year.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough people to garner a good enough response for a match like that. And like I said, I'm okay with Roman Reigns winning because I like Roman Reigns, and they've built the story between him and Triple H since ever. Since Survivor Series. It's been the big thing. And it would make sense. But I've been holding out hope. I've been wanting to vote for Dean Ambrose because I want to hope that WWE's like, you know what? Considering all the people that we haven't had for a few months now, Dean Ambrose has really come into his own. We've seen that the crowd actually cares about him. Or we could actually market him as a champion. Because how could you not? He connects with the crowd so well. He's always over in whatever town he's in. It doesn't matter whether he's at home or if he's overseas. Everyone loves Dean Ambrose. Everyone enjoys seeing Dean Ambrose. So why not give him a championship run? So it's...
On that fact, my counter argument would be how many other guys who are super over never make it to the title match, or how many super over guys really get passed over. Because I'm talking like, how long did it take Jeff Hardy to get his first run?
Yeah.
And in his go, he was one of the longest tenured popular characters.
Right.
A guy who never had a heel run.
Yeah.
And it took him like 10 years to get a title shot.
My counter argument to Jeff Hardy is that he was more so known as a tag team wrestler as opposed to a singles competitor. He did have a hell of a singles run, which eventually led to him being WWE champion, but he had, I think there was a lot more time of him and Matt teaming together as opposed to him being by himself.
Yeah, it's just like, I think it's that sort of character, the people who are risk takers, the people who are crazy people, the people who are mentally unpredictable.
Mick fucking Foley.
Yeah, these characters who their title runs are so few and far between.
Right.
You know, Foley didn't have a lot of time as champion.
No, and
Jeff Hardy
he was champion like 3 times.
Yeah, and you know, cumulatively wasn't that long.
Yeah.
You combine all their times together. You know, Kane is not one who has very good title history.
Yeah,
he's been champion twice. One was a couple months, and one was a day.
Yeah. Oh no, he's been champion a couple times. Because as when he was going against Undertaker and going against like Big Show and everything like that, I think he's a 3 or 4 time champion now.
But you
fact check us. Post in the comments.
Yeah, and Jeff Hardy didn't have a great run. It's just these characters that have this mystique that always the crowd is always up for these guys and they're always hoping and pulling for these guys, but it just seems like WWE doesn't like having these kind of characters. Anything with mystery and intrigue and unpredictability being the champion. And to an extent it makes sense to me because having them as the champion sort of also starts pulling a little bit of the mystery and intrigue out of the way. Because championship storylines are always really similar and very formulaic in the way WWE books them. So in that case, being the champion almost takes away from the character.
Mm-hmm.
My vote is going on Roman Reigns. Just because I feel like there's no reason why they would have been building up so much beef, despite the fact they really haven't had Roman and the Authority butting heads since after the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird to think because post-Rumble, you would imagine with Triple H coming in and interjecting himself into the Rumble and eliminating Roman Reigns, that there would be no bigger time for there to be a beef between Roman Reigns and the Authority, but they've really put that on the back burner.
Yeah.
And I think that's the big reason why they put that on the back burner and have really been putting the Ambrose versus Brock on the forefront is to make you stop thinking about Roman Reigns, so maybe it'll be more of a surprise when he wins.
Yeah.
And then we can go right back to Roman Reigns and Triple H button heads.
Yeah. Like I said, as long as Brock Lesnar doesn't win, I'm okay. But
I'm going to say that Roman Reigns will beat Dean Ambrose to win.
Ooh.
I still think that WWE doesn't want to put a big solid loss on Lesnar yet.
Lesnar.
I'm gonna say it's outside interference is what's gonna keep Lesnar from winning the match.
Well, whatever Lesnar ends up doing at Mania is what's gonna take him out of this match. What that is, we don't know. That's kind of what we're thinking. Hey, if we can put him with Team Bald and do the 8-man tag team match,
I think there's a potential for a different 6-man tag team match, and Lesnar Wyatt 1-on-1.
I think that rounds out our predictions.
So we differ on 3 matches.
Yes, there's
both Divas matches and the triple threat match is the 3rd match I differ on. Get a triple threat match, the 3rd one that I have a different opinion on.
WWE Fastlane. It's a 2-on-1 handicap match. It's me and Thomas Wolfe taking on Kevin Hawk.
Bring it, bitches.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
Click all the links that I talked about at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, and if you want to know what they are, go back to the beginning of the video or read them.
Yeah. You could just read them.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel so you can get updates on videos. Like it so we can pass this around, let other people know that we're here, and be sure to comment who you think are going to win all the different matches.
Yeah, and which one of us do you think is going to win? Do you think I'm going to have more points, or do you think they're going to have more points?
Do we have the handicap advantage that we think we do? And also check out the playlist because we got all the videos leading up to Fastlane, including Raw. We had Main Event and Lucha Underground, and the NXT on the midweek wrap up. We got SmackDown Rundown. And we have this Fastlane predictions. Coming up next will be Indie News. That'll be coming out this Monday, where we'll have results from Ring of Honor. Unless you want to be spoiled, you can skip forward. You don't have to listen to it. And then we also have results coming up from
AAW.
AAW.
Art of War.
Art of War, yes. And then we'll have all kinds of upcoming shows on this week's Indie News as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
I'm gonna win.
Yeah?
Good. Not saying I'm gonna clean sweep it, but I'm gonna win.
It would be kind of cool if you clean sweep it. I mean...
Did they do that at the Rumble?
No.
Close to?
Almost, yeah.
I won the Rumble.
You dominated the Rumble.
I dominated the Rumble.
Real hard.
I fucked that Rumble up. Almost as much as I want to fuck up Alex Riley.
You want to fuck Alex Riley?
No, I want to fuck him up.
Yeah.
Like I did the Rumble. Dominate that Rumble.
You want to dominate Alex
Try to
Riley?
make Alex Riley my bitch.
Weird things.
I'm going to make him say his own